My wonderful and amazing people, another matter don't come outside. Queenmay'S Edochie legal team has finally cleared the air in the areas of signed divorce or no signed divorce. Queenmay'S Edochie legal team really went deep to explain so many vital things to us all to understand. He explained to the areas as in when it comes to the divorce and the reason why he took this long. Why you Edochie, for me, I believe you Edochie dodged the divorce so many times. Yes, where the bailiff kept on looking for him. As a matter of fact, the legal team explained some parts. He said once the bailiff sees you with their two eyes, then they can drop the letter on your leg, as in the divorce this thing petition on your leg, since you have refused to come to the court. So that alone has justified everything, which means that means they've seen you are already seen. That means you've collected the very divorce petition that was filed by your partner. So at first, when this whole thing started, we heard on the media that you refused to accept the divorce. The divorce petition from the bailiff. So what happened was that they began to look for you here and there. Even the legal team explained something. He said that you Edochie, as in he did not mention you, but we know that at that time, you Edochie, he was dodging the bailiff. So he did not know that the gate man in that compound, the security guard in that house, when they asked the security guard if Yul is living in that compound, the security guard said yes, that Yul lives there. He showed them because he know that these persons are from the court. Guys, I don't want to take much of your time, but first of all, I want to welcome you guys and allow you guys to watch this video. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Patience Blogs. My wonderful and amazing people, I welcome you all. In case you have not subscribed to my channel called Patience Blogs Official, please subscribe, like, share, turn on notifications so you'll be notified anytime I drop a new one. I want to say a very big thank you to all my subscribers, my returning subscribers. I appreciate all of you. To my members, may God bless and replenish your pockets. In case you've not joined our channel membership, hit on the join button to join our big family. And if you've done that, I appreciate you. Now, let's delve into the gist. So, you Edochie didn't know that the bailiff already asked after him from the gate man. You know, these are people from the court. They will definitely show you their ID card. So probably the bailiff showed you Edochie his ID card. Showed the gate man his ID card, or the security guard. But yes, the security guard now directed the bailiff to where you was. So I guess he was able to assess you because you lied that he wasn't living there. But the security guard showed them the place where you live. You know that was really going around on the media. That was early last year. Almost the ending of last year. Yes, ending of last year. It was really going around on the media that the man is running away. Yul Edochie was running away from bailiff. All right. So my country people, now the legal team is here to clear everything. You know, so many persons has been asking. They want to know why is it that the divorce has not, why the case is not yet finalized. They want to know why Yul hasn't signed the divorce. So the legal team explained a lot. I want you guys to watch it now. Watch it.
They signed.
Knowledge is power.
When you sign it and give it, because the bailiff will come with 2 copies. Wow. They serve you the original. They give you one to acknowledge that you received the original. Now, when they give it to you, you can be a gentleman and take it and sign it, and there's no problem. In fact, before they come to your house, some people live in gated community. So, if you sign it, there's no problem. You're signing acknowledgement of receipt, not the divorce. Not the divorce. You are signing an acknowledgement that you received a copy of the divorce petition, together with the summons of the court. In that particular case that you people know, which is where you got this idea, we are here signing the divorce. They came to serve the summons on the man and his girlfriend. They came to serve them summons. The bailiff called them on the phone because your number is stated there. They said, hey, I am Belif, I am from Lagos High Court, I've come to serve you purpose. A gentleman will say, okay, this is where I am coming to my place.
Knowledge is power.
So, but this particular man began to lie. He said, where are you? He said, well, I am at so estate. He said, no, I don't live there. I'm not there. News. He didn't know that the bailiff already asked the gate man. If they saw him, they said, yes, he lives here, he is there. So when he began to tell the bailiff that I don't live there, then he told the gate man to say that he was not there, that they don't live there. So that was why the bailiff began to chase them around, trying to get them to accept the summons and sign it.
Exactly. So
it became a concern that these guys are running, they don't want to sign an acknowledgement. But so what happens if you don't sign? Will you be able to block the divorce by not signing? No. You just delay it by 1 month to 2 months. Because this is what we will do. When they try to serve you that document and you're dodging and lying and hiding, the bailiff will call the lawyers and say, hey, this guy has been evading me. I've been in Enugu for 2 days trying to serve him, and he's not taking it. What do? I think, I should come back. We say, yes, come back and prepare affidavit of non-service, affidavit of attempted service. Because when the bailiff comes back, if you sign that acknowledgement letter, acknowledgement that you got this, bailiff will prepare a brief affidavit of service. He will say, I, so person, a bailiff of this court, hereby swear and state that on so date, I went to the address of so man, the defendant in this case. I served him a copy of the summons, and he acknowledged it as seen in the attached acknowledgement. He will attach it. So they'll put it in court. So when the court looks at it, the court will say, yes, the man has been served. So he knows that this case is on. Therefore, I have jurisdiction to proceed. Now, if you refuse to sign that thing, forgive me, I laugh because a lot of people think they're smart. If you refuse to sign that acknowledgement, the bailiff will come with an affidavit. The same affidavit, but the language will be different. On so date, at so time, I arrived at the address of this person.
This is a great news.
With intention to serve him the process of court. I spoke to him on the phone, and he told us he's not living there, but the gate man told us he was living there. That on the next day I came back, and the man ran away. That I did everything, but I couldn't find him. As a result of this, I wasn't able to serve. That is what his affidavit will show. That he tried to serve. Then we go back to court. We file what we call application for substituted service. Substituted service. Because you see, the law first say we should serve you directly. That's the thing. But when we cannot serve you directly, we serve you by substituted means. We say, my Lord, we refer to the affidavit of non-service attached by the bailiff, indicating that he made efforts to serve, but was frustrated and was not able to serve. On the basis of that, we hereby request the court to grant us permission to serve him by substituted means. These, by email at this email address, by WhatsApp at this WhatsApp number, or be allowed to paste it at his gate, or be allowed to publish it in the newspapers, or be allowed to post it on the notice board of the court. The judge will look at it. The judge will see that there was an attempt to serve him papers, and he didn't take the papers. He rejected the papers. He ran away. He lied. And the court will say, based on the affidavit of the bailiff and based on the application of counsel, I hereby
Exactly.
grant permission for service to be effected by WhatsApp, email, or whatever. And once the court does that, we thank the court, we get a copy of that ruling, we attach it together with the thing and send it by email or by WhatsApp. And then the same bailiff will do it. And the bailiff will now prepare another affidavit. Pursuant to all court orders, so, I served this thing by sending it to his email, and I believe he received it. The court now has personal jurisdiction over that man. The court will move forward. When the 28 days passes, if the man doesn't file any response,
this is great news.
The court will ask the petitioner's lawyer to set the case for undefended list. That is uncontested divorce. And they will set it for uncontested. On the trial date, the petitioner will come and testify. Given that the defendant is not responding, the respondent is not responding at all, the court will ask for written address in preparation for judgment. And the court will give judgment.
Exactly.
So, please, I want you to understand that you don't need the signature of the person you want to divorce in order to divorce him. You don't need his permission in order to divorce him. All these things they do in the traditional setting. I say, I will not take back the bride price and use that to delay you. It doesn't happen in reality, unless you don't have a good lawyer. There's always something to do. We know what to do. We know what to do.
Knowledge is power.
All right? So, if he signs it, if he signs the receipt, acknowledges the receipt of the summons, then there will be no need for this extra effort that is aimed at substituted service. Because it may take you up to a month or 2 months to get the same document served by substituted means. So if you are sued for divorce, don't ignore the court. Sign the acknowledgement. Acknowledge that you were served so that the court can move on faster. If you don't, there will be substituted service. We have seen situations where some people, we got substituted service. It was after substituted service that they finally went to a lawyer and the lawyer showed up. People generally may delay. If the terms of divorce are not favorable to them, if the timing of divorce are not favorable to them, they will resist divorce. They will, and how can they resist it? They will slow down, refuse to sign papers. But once he finally shows up, the court will hear him, because some people will initially refuse to participate, but at some point in the hearing before judgment, they show up. So this gentleman was dodging his service, evading. Then guess what? It was finally served on him, because there's another thing that happens. If they see you, if the bailiff sets his eyes on you and shows you the document and you refuse to take it, he will throw it down at your feet on the ground and prepare an affidavit that it was given to you. It is still service. The court will treat it as given to you. So when finally, despite all this that man got served, he went to his lawyer, and the lawyer did the right thing. The lawyer said, hey, you're going to file an answer. You can't ignore it. You're going to file an answer. Because there were heavy allegations against you. Serious allegations. You must try to say something. So, now, as I explained to you, a case that is not challenged is faster than a case that is challenged. Obviously. Because nobody is opposing you. You say, well, I want divorce because he slapped me, he beat me, domestic violence. And the court looks and says, where is the man? They say, the man refused to come. The judge will say, yes, we have to believe you. His absence, we believe you. He didn't challenge, he didn't contest it. And the court will grant divorce. But it is better for you always to go to court, present your side of the case. You need to be heard. Because trial involves public record. Whatever is said in trial is going to be placed in public record. Your children and grandchildren will see it. They may see it. So if you are falsely accused, you feel you are falsely accused, go to court and state the truth. Even if you are accused rightly, go to court and offer your explanation. It's very important. Don't ignore court. So, but the point I think I have succeeded in making today is, what is delaying a case, the divorce case, is not that the man refused to sign. Because there's nowhere he's required to sign the divorce. It delayed it in the beginning, but that's been over long ago. The court now has jurisdiction over all the parties. Because and not only that, the parties have all entered appearances and filed their answers. So we say that the issues have been joined by both parties. Okay?
Knowledge is power.
So, bear that in mind. If you don't want divorce to happen, the best way to achieve it is not by staying away from court or refusing to sign acknowledgement.
Wow.
They will move on without you. They'll move on without you.
Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. Yes.
Next time, when you hear people say, let him sign the divorce, that's not the problem. That's not the problem. The problem are, the court is extremely busy. Nigerian courts are extremely busy.
Exactly.
If you want our justice system to work efficiently, we need to have 3 times the number of courts and number of judges we have now. We're a country of 200 and something million people, and we have a court system that is not even sufficient for a small fraction of that number in other parts of the world. So we need to have more courts, but we also need to improve the alternative dispute resolution mechanisms. This is why DPA began to build courts. As you know, DPA has private courts, our dispute resolution centers, where people with controversy, manageable controversy, could come and resolve their dispute in 2 weeks, instead of going to the regular court and spending 4 years and paying a lot of money. So, but as it is today, the delays you are seeing are driven by the systemic problems. It's not that the case is not important. It's not that the case court doesn't want to hear it. Okay? Yes, as you know, the opponent can delay things. I'll give you an example how an opponent can delay things. If a case is scheduled on a particular date, the opponent can send a letter and say he's sick. If he says he's sick, the court will not go ahead. They will adjourn the case. And cases are adjourned month by month in Nigeria, or 2 months. If it's here in the United States, if you're sick today, the judge will ask you to come tomorrow. If you're sick in the morning, the judge will ask you, will you feel better in the evening? So we are also here in the United States, they don't adjourn cases indefinitely. They don't even do this adjournment stuff in the US. The calendar for the case is determined upfront. We have what we call fast track, intermediate track, long track. They will set everything in advance. The judges here will say, hey, preliminary objections must close at a particular time. You know, discovery must close at a particular time. Status conference, trial. They set these things in that order. But Nigeria is still a developing country.
Knowledge is power.
And we don't have that system well established. That is the delay you are seeing. And of course, as I said, your opponent can create problems.
This is a great news.
But the problems he can do is to delay.